New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
New Thought Media Network presents A Grand Vision, a 30-minute exploration of the emergent vision of New Thought Media Network. Get ready to explore the Grand Vision.
And hello again, dear ones. Rev Dr Robert with you here on a Monday afternoon. It's 4 o'clock on the Mountain Time Zone, and that means it is time for a Grand Vision. This is that opportunity we get to check in with the emerging vision for New Thought Media Network, what's coming through in the visioning process, and share some of what's new, what's happening, what's going on, so you can better hopefully better engaged, feel more engaged with what we're doing here on New Thought Media Network. So, as we do each and every Monday at this time, I like to start with a recap of what came through in the visioning process this morning. Now, as many of you know, every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time, we get together for a Monday morning visioning session. It's about a 45-minute program. You can catch these on the archives, as always. And in that, we utilize the life visioning process. Now, this process is a blend, from my perspective, a blend of prayer and meditation rolled up into one, and allows us to have a more intimate conversation with the divine. And in that, we ask a series of questions again and again and again, each week, each time. We ask the same questions so that we can discern the things that keep showing up in the vision, the things that never go away, and also in that regard, the things that maybe show up once or twice and then don't show up again, ever. So, in that, we ask one of the questions we ask is, what is the highest vision for New Thought Media Network? And I like to begin this program by sharing the answers that came through on that with you. So for myself today, empowering hearts and hands along the journey of enlightenment, an avenue through which we discover our personal gifts and skills and talents and our organizational values, vision, and mission, a space of love and light and enlightened living. And it really struck me that this definitely had a feel of our current vision, mission, and value statements, empowering along the journey of enlightenment. Here, there was a little more emphasis on the hearts and the hands. So empowering hearts and hands along the journey of an enlightenment, an avenue through which we discover our personal gifts and skills and talents and our organizational values, vision, and mission. And that also feels like very aligned with what I've always seen and wanted and have envisioned this ministry to be. And the third sentence, a space of love and light and enlightened living. I love the idea of a space of enlightened living. I'd like to see us have an intentional community of spiritual living, of enlightened living, and numerous spaces within that love and light there. Excuse me. What came through for our dear Fiona from Geneva? Silvery, scintillating spirals of community, radiating joy and purpose. And that is absolutely in alignment with what's been emerging, especially around the concept of spirals, community, and we are always radiating joy and purpose. Thank you for being a part of that, Fiona. Linda shared becoming a richly tuned symphony of new thought. And I love that. The essence, the imagery of music goes right along with our radio station. Becoming a richly tuned symphony of new thought, expressing in a variety of movements. Yes. in a variety of organizations as well, in a variety of different locations and a variety of different things. And then her sharing wrapped up with the sounds blend richly. Whoo! I tell you, folks, this is not the first book. I actually have a couple books that are nothing but visioning notes for New Thought Media Network, because I've shared this a few times, but I love sharing it again. The seeds of this ministry were planted in my consciousness a decade or more ago. I can go way back to 2008, 2009, 2010, and when I was in ministerial school, how there were aspects of this ministry planted then that grew into my awareness way back then, and it's taken till now to get to where we are, and now experiencing some of those aspects. I mentioned the radio station. The radio station's a great one. I hope, I trust that if you're not watching video, you're tuning into the radio station and sharing a little bit about what we do there, because in creating an environment, wow, nothing quite like New Thought Radio to bring forward a positive environment, a positive vibration through the message of music. And so let's learn, let's share a little bit about the radio station. I mean, when you just look at that list of artists, and to recognize that we have curated playlists and randomized play opportunity times when the station is all random and Spirit's just picking the next song, and places where we have customized playlists that I and others, talking about Reverend Pastor Michael Mangus as well, and others are putting together these curated playlists so that you can just click on it and turn on and go. And it's really easy to do, actually. Let me show you this. I'm going to share my screen here with you for a second. And yeah, here we go. Add that onto the screen. There we go. Okay, so when you get onto the website, there's a few things you can do. Number one, right up in here, there's listen live, and this is the easiest way. Pop on that. Out slides this little box. Here's what's playing, Leela by the Levines. We're going to hit on play. Oh, sounds like Ricky Byers, actually. It's actually Jennifer Burnett covering Ricky Byers. And that's pretty cool too. I like that. See how easy it is? Right there on the right hand side, folks. We're going to hit pause and come back to our regular space here. When I think about the future of New Thought Media Network, what I see is a one-stop shop for community, for creating an environment, a digital environment, that rather than just whatever the corporations want to throw at us, rather than just whatever Spotify wants to throw at you, rather than just whatever some algorithm determines you want to listen to or watch, you have the ability to pick and choose, and to do that quickly, to be able to make that decision in as few clicks as possible, and get to the content that we want you that you want to access. And one of the things we've been doing, and you might have caught wind of this a little bit, some of you definitely have, we're building a community platform. We're building a platform where we can connect individually and in groups around the various shows and have more in-depth engagement and connection around each of the individual shows, the churches that we're serving and are part of what we're doing. We've run into a couple of snags on that. My intention was to have that ready for you by today, at least the next step in it. And we've run into a few snags. So it's going to take us a little longer than we thought. And there's a couple of events coming up I'm going to tell you about that we have to make sure we fulfill our commitments to a few events before we're going to be able to really put the effort back into this community platform. So please be, and thank you for being patient with us as I continue to feel I tease you on this thing, on this community platform, and then I don't give you the link. I tease you, then I don't give you the link. We're getting there. It's gonna take us just a bit longer than we had anticipated. However, that's a good time to remind each other we could take all the volunteer hours you might want to share, whether it's pushing buttons and producing a show and sitting in the background helping the show hosts make sure their show happens properly, whether it's scheduling radio programs on a radio station, whether it's digging in and helping us to complete and fill out the information necessary to get this community platform completed. Wherever, however, if you think you've got something, please, by all means, reach out and let us know that. You can send an email, info@ntmedia.org, or just drop a comment, reach out, find me. Pretty easy to find. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about some of the upcoming events that are coming our way. And the first one is this Friday. Check this out.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ricky Byers, and what I want you to know is that on the weekend of July 14th, that's July 14th, 15th, and 16th, I'm going to be blowing up Salt Lake City. This is my debut there. I've never been there before. So, Reverend Cindy, look out. We're going to burn it up, baby. God bless. Peace.
That's right. Ricky Byers is in the house. Well, okay, in the house at Salt Lake City. But those of you that know, when we get a chance to partner with Salt Lake City on a concert, it's an immediate yes, because there's a great and dear friend of mine, the sound guy and technical wizard extraordinaire, Raj Harus, is holding down the fort in Salt Lake City on the tech world, and he is an extraordinary sound guy. And has so many great camera angles. If you remember the Jarrett Burns concert we did a few months back, you know that the cinematography, the images, all the time and effort that they put into creating their online broadcast is extraordinary. This is going to be a fabulous evening of music. I am personally going to be on the road, so I'm a little bummed about that. But we're still on the job, and you'll be able to catch that on our YouTube channel. We should have a link up for that. We'll have a link up for that tomorrow at some point. So keep an eye out for that. On starting tomorrow, we'll have the direct link to and just head over to our YouTube page, youtube.com/New Thought Media Network, spell it all out, and you'll find our YouTube page, and it'll be right there live in our live broadcast lineup for this coming Friday evening, 7:00 Mountain Time. I really encourage you to check that out and tune in for what's going to happen there. That's going to be great. And as I said, I'm going to be traveling because I need to be in Fort Lauderdale by Sunday. Whoops. Push a button too soon. And I'm taking all our gear because we're producing and providing broadcast programming for the International New Thought Alliance and their 108th Congress. I'm going to show you the video, let you see a little more about it, and then we'll chat. Yeah, I'll be on my way to Fort Lauderdale and hanging out with the Right Reverend Durrell Watkins and the Sunshine Cathedral and his crowd down there. We're also going to get to see an old friend of ours, Reverend Skip Jennings, is at the Center for Spiritual Living, Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to get to hang out with Rev Skip a little bit as well. Now, we'll be live broadcasting the evening programs, and those start at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll be broadcasting the live evening programs Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. If you'd like to catch the daytime programming and or the workshops and or the awards banquet, by all means, head on over to their website, newthoughtevents.org, and you can register for the online portion of the conference, and all the recordings will be available after the conference as normal. So register. You can still register online for the online version, and I know there is still room at the hotel block. We're staying at the Crown Royale in Fort Lauderdale, not far from the beach there. So there's still room, great room rates on that if you're interested. And again, registration over on their website. I'd tell you, this is what I'm excited about. I see the International New Thought Alliance as one of the organizations, not the only one, but one of the organizations that is making an active effort to put together the leaders of all the major New Thought organizations. And over time now, this is not our first event with them. If you might remember, we were in Chicago with the International New Thought Alliance last summer. And put together the leaders from New Thought organizations so that dialogue can happen, so that conversations can happen, so that we can come to a better understanding of how to collaborate and cooperate together and bring forward the message of New Thought, regardless of the tradition or the community in which we first learned about New Thought. So I'm excited. There are speakers on the agenda from International New Thought Alliance, from Divine Science, which is Reverend Durrell is currently the president of Divine Science International. Centers for Spiritual Living will be there. Unity will be there. UFBL will be there. Agape will be there. People from everywhere will be there. And you can be too, whether it's virtual or in person. So we'd invite you to check that out. And and as Spirit would have it, that's not really enough. But by the time we get back from Chicago, we'll be wrapping up and starting to produce, or excuse me, as we get back from Fort Lauderdale, we'll have a little bit of time to turn around the production on those videos when we're off to record and capture and document another major New Thought event. This is one that's been going on for quite a while, suspended due to the pandemic, but now back live from Chapala, Mexico. This is the Convention of the Americas. Check this one out. Yes, sharing the light, August 1st through the 5th, Lake Chapala, Mexico. It's going to be an amazing, amazing experience. When you look at that lineup of speakers, it was like, oh my gosh. And there's a name on there that we haven't seen out on the speaker circuit for a while, Reverend Dr. John Waterhouse. I'm really excited now. Some may know he's gone through some family concerns over the last couple of years, was caretaking his dear beloved Reverend Dr. Barbara Waterhouse. She made her transition into the greater realms of beingness earlier this year, and so we're or was it last year? Sorry, John, I forget. But I'm excited that John's going to be there, and we're going to get a chance to hear him share again. So it's going to be a great conference. They're really excited. I've been talking with Reverend Peggy on what we can do to help support that community and continue to do that into the future. So if you can join us this year at this conference, it's going to be great. And if not, well, we can start planning for next year, because we're going to be there next year too, folks. We want to create, and we are creating, long-term relationships with these organizations. International New Thought Alliance, Lake Chapala, this group that does the convention, and it's it's a conglomeration. It's not just one church from Mexico. It's not just one group from Mexico. It is really a broader community effort to come together, and really that's part of the vision. We want to be where the New Thought leaders of today and tomorrow are hanging out. And be a part of the conversations as to where New Thought is going, and how New Thought can be a part of the future of spiritual life on planet Earth. How to ensure that it keeps happening. So we've got a lot going on. And again, you're always welcome. If you want more information on any of these events, send us an email, info@ntmedia.org, and we'll let you know how to gain more information. We'll get you hooked up. It's a great year. It's a great year to be witnessing the resurgence of New Thought. And some of these conferences have had a tough time getting back on their feet after the pandemic. International New Thought Alliance, they were able to maintain their conference, but it was considerably downsized in 2020, and now rebuilding again. Here the same with Convention of the Americas, coming back into a live in-person experience. And what I love about this conference, this convention, is they translate both English to Spanish and Spanish to English in real time on all sessions across the whole board. Everything they do, they're using technology similar to the United Nations to ensure that everybody gets an accurate translation of what's going on and what's being said. So we're breaking down those barriers, even of language. And that reminds me to remind everybody, here in New Thought Media Network, we're looking to do that same thing. And we have Spanish language programming on a number of occasions, every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Emma Moreno is with us, and she's a practitioner out of the Seattle Center for Spiritual Living. And she does a 15-minute experience, teaching, and sharing that is in both English and Spanish to help all of us translate a little bit more. And then at 9:30, there's a whole team of people that is doing Spanish language prayer broadcasts. That happens at 9:30 Monday through Friday. All times are on Mountain Time. On top of that, there's a Spanish language programming on Tuesday evenings at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. And coming in the near future, Emma is going to be doing a Saturday morning program once a month, where she does a Saturday 11 o'clock Mountain Time once a month, and I believe that's being started in August. So more coming on that one, folks, as I dig deeper into what it is when that's happening on the schedule. So lots of fun stuff happening around here. I would be totally remiss if before we go, however, I didn't say thank you to those people that make it happen. So I want to invite you to join me. Don't go away. Stay tuned and be in a prayerful experience of gratitude to the organizations and individuals that keep this network going financially. Please help us say thank you. Please help us say thank you to our organizational sponsors and donors, including the Hefferland Foundation, Affiliated New Thought Network, International New Thought Alliance, Science of Mind Archives and Library Foundation, Center for Spiritual Living Denver, Center for Spiritual Living Midtown Atlanta, New Thought Philadelphia, Planned Happiness Institute, Summit Center for Spiritual Living, Center for Spiritual Living on the Lake, Unity Spiritual Center Kitchener, Om Center for Spiritual Living, Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, Unity of Savannah, Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, and all of our individual donors and sponsors. Thank you for being a part of the New Thought Media Network. Please come be you. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our organizational donors and individual sponsors. You make this network happen. You are bringing this message out into all the regions of the world through what we're doing here. So again, I thank you and I appreciate you. And if you'd like to get your organization or your name included on our video roll, if you're saying, hey, wait a minute, I thought I was donating, my name's not on there, rest patient. We're almost at that time where we create a new video and add the new folks that have come on board in the last to that video. So we'll get your name or your organization in that real soon. And that's another reminder, folks, if you're out there and you'd like to create video, you'd like to learn more about creating video, we could use your hands and we would love your support in helping us keep videos such as that one and other things that are necessary up to date, and supporting our show hosts, creating new video and new intro videos for them as well. We've got a whole bunch of great ideas on what we can do to support communities and individuals in expanding their ministries through our video technology. So we're happy to share with you what we know, happy to share some access to some of what we have, and most importantly, happy to share the love with you if you're willing to share some time and effort with us as well. All right. Hey, I'm looking at that clock up on the wall and realizing we are almost done here. So I want to thank you for hanging out. I want to remind you as well, however, though, that this is a vision-driven ministry, and we love hearing what you like about our ministry. We love hearing what you like about our programming or what you'd like to see differently. You're welcome to send your feedback to info@ntmedia.org and let us know. Let us know what you'd like to see more of. Let us know what you'd like to see maybe perhaps a little differently, and show up for Monday Morning Visioning. Join us on a Monday Morning Vision if you're not already there. It is a really cool, deep, profound spiritual practice, and I guarantee you will get insights for your life as well as insights for how we can make this network better. Get this network into the hearts and the eyeballs and the vision of more and more people. We'd love to have you join us for a Monday Morning Visioning, or watch on the archives and leave your comments there as well. All right. Thank you, Shay, for being here. Grateful to see you. Anyone else that didn't get a chance to drop a comment, please do. Appreciate that you love New Thought Media Network. We love you too. I'm Rev Robert. I'm going to get out of here for now. I wish you all the best, great peace and blessings, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Until then, take care. Bye now.